Eddie could not but help stare at it in total horror. He had only bought the gaff less than a fortnight ago and hadn't overly broadcast their purchase yet.
Perhaps it was meant for the previous owner. Not got our names on the envelope, has it?
Vinny said.
Don't talk bollocks, Vin. 3 days ago it was posted. From Poxy Romford. You had grief with anyone recently you haven't told me about?
Don't you think I've had enough bleeding grief with all the incest bollocks and murder of my sacred aunt? I've been too busy holding my grieving messed up family together to be getting up to no good. Rubbing the stubble of his chin as he usually did when deep in thought, Eddie Mitchell apologised.
I'm sorry, mate. It's just worrying that we've already got grief and we ain't even open yet. It's obviously a quote from the Bible or something. But who would send shit like that? And why?
Vinny poured 2 large scotches and handed a glass to his pal.
Your guess is as good as mine. Probably some jealous bastard who wishes they were us. Best put it to the back of our minds, eh? I'm not being funny, but we got enough on our plates as it is. Besides, if somebody was truly gunning for us, they wouldn't be sending us warnings. I had something similar happen to me donkeys years ago. Funeral flower arrangement shaped as a gun, delivered to me mum's with a card saying, "You're next." Sod all came of it. Was probably that wrong and Ahmed trying to wind me up. And that's all this is, a wind-up. So put it out your mind, okay? Get rid of them rats. And I will. Can hardly forget about it with that stench,
Eddie complained. Vinny chuckled, picked up the box, and eyed the dead rats.
You're not scared of ickle rodents, are you, Mitchell? Leave off. It's the smell, making me feel queasy, it is.
When Vinny sauntered out the office with the deceased Mickey and Minnie, Eddie sprayed some air freshener around before sitting on one of the luxurious leather chairs. Vinny had better not be telling him porkies, because if he was, he'd regret it.
You little squirt! What you think you're doing?
Harry O'Hara demanded menacingly. Harry and Georgie had been raised by their gypsy father, had only known their little brother for a matter of months, and Harry hated him with a passion. Petrified of Harry, who was 4 years his senior, 7-year-old Brett averted his eyes and stared at his lap. If he had one wish in the world, it would be that Georgie and Harry had never come to live with him.
I'm playing on my PlayStation 2.
I'm playing on my PlayStation 2, Harry mimicked in a whiny voice. Get it here. I want to have a look.
Too scared to say no, Brett's hand shook as he handed over the controls. Grinning like a Cheshire cat, Harry kicked the controls around the room like a football.
Stop! You'll break it,
Brett pleaded, his eyes welling up.
Stop! You'll break it,
Harry repeated, in an even sillier voice.
What's all that racket up there? We're going out in a minute, boys, so get yourselves ready and downstairs, please,
shouted Frankie Mitchell. The eldest daughter of Eddie Mitchell, Frankie felt much older than her 29 years just lately. She was elated Georgie and Harry were home, but they were bloody hard work. Her once long, glossy dark hair was now dull and lifeless. Her complexion was sallow. Everything about her looked worn out. She'd never expected instant harmony, but neither had she expected daily battles and arguments. It was tiring, to say the least. Grabbing Brett around the neck, Harry warned,
You tell Frankie I did anything and you're dead meat. Got me, crybaby?
Harry found it hard to believe Brett had the same parents as he and Georgie. The boy was such a wuss, which was obviously Frankie's doing. Brett would have been knocked into shape if their dad raised him. Brett Mitchell nodded. Not for the first time since his brother moved in. He actually wished he was dead.
How's it going? Sorry I couldn't get here any earlier. Something cropped up with Eddie,
Vinnie Butler explained. Queenie Butler stood on tiptoe to kiss her eldest son. Both her sons were 6 foot...